Let's move on to Bud Light. A recent controversy. This has been everywhere. The memes, some of them are just hilarious. Some of them are, I wouldn't have said that, but it's certainly making its rounds over this Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light sponsor. For me, it's kind of funny that Bud Light has lost $5 billion during this entire campaign, which hasn't been live for too long. So if you don't know who Dylan Mulvaney is, you are a lucky soul, and I'm sorry to have to introduce you to this person.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya!
Wow. Okay, so that's who he is. Forgive me while I do some math here. So she's celebrating 365 days of being a woman. 365, my wife has been a woman for 31 years. So she's on her 11,315th day of being a woman, and she's not getting her face plastered on big brands. Seems a little unfair to me. The interesting thing about this, because I've been kind of gauging the opinions on both sides. I watched the Joe Rogan response to this. He's always got someone on there that's pretty funny. Has a funny take on the current controversies. But there seems to be this anger on the right that the left is condemning us for. Now, like I said, I don't drink. I've never tasted alcohol in my life, but I totally understand the frustration and anger on this side of it. And it's not so much about who this person is as a person, but for me personally, I get more than anger. It makes me sad and kind of disgusted at where we are in our culture. It makes me sad because I know how many young minds this person is influencing. And I just don't get enjoyment out of watching people's mental problems being exploited in this way. I feel the same way, regardless of what I think of Joe Biden. That's the same way I feel about how they parade him in front of people. And the times he can't even remember where he's at or who he's talking to, what he's saying, or he's got something going on as well. I think it's a form of elder abuse. So it's that emotion that I have. It's just sad. Like, people are using this to exploit an ideology that really requires a lot of young people to have sit-downs with their parents and be confronted on certain realities that we have in our world. So that's really what it is for me. But I do understand the frustration and the anger because people are trying to raise their kids in this culture with this stuff in their face. It's not just, passerby type of propaganda. It's in your face. It's you accept this or you're A, B, and C. So our kids face that pressure, fold to that pressure, and become adopted into that way of thinking. Regardless if they want to transition themselves, they become indoctrinated into thinking that it's normal, that it's okay, when it's not. That's my answer to the question, are we angry about it? That's what I asked myself in my notes. Are we angry about this? And the answer is yes. And I'll show you a video here. This is from Kid Rock. Wow.
Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch.
So he looked pretty angry when he said that. And the kind of disappointing thing is this whole boycott. They've lost the $5 billion. You're seeing the videos everywhere. People saying they're never buying Bud Light again. They're shooting up cases of it with this gun like Kid Rock. But this Anheuser-Busch is the parent company. It's like the umbrella company to so many other beverages. So it's not just Bud Light. They cover like Budweiser, Keith's. So all these people are saying they're not going to drink Bud anymore. Apparently they're not going to drink anymore because they own so many more brands. Beck's. I already said Keith's, Blue Dry, Blue Star, Brava, Broadington's Pub Ale, Brava Light, Bud Lime, Budweiser. Pretty sure, yeah, there's Corona. They're a huge powerhouse. So no matter how much you boycott them, I don't think you're going to bring them out of business unless you're going to stop drinking, which I highly recommend you do. It's a great life. So, Kokanee, Jockey Club, Labatt. Look at all those companies they own. And it just keeps going. Lucky Lager, Force. I don't know how to pronounce some of these. Michelob? Stella? Dang! If it were me, I'd be quitting drinking altogether. But what I think I see here is much like the trucker convoy, where a lot of people saw an opportunity to do something for it to have an effect, for people to notice. Very similarly, that's what's happened here. People saying, hey, we can do something by just withdrawing our support with our wallets. And I think that's a great way to protest something. If you're against an ideology, it's peaceful. You have the right to do it. You have the right to decide what's in your home. And it certainly made a dent. $5 billion. That is a gouge. That is certainly a gouge to Anheuser-Busch. So well done. Well done.